Well, hello everybody. How are you? I am so freaking excited because I am going to be talking about the 300K Blueprint Masterclass. But what I'm going to share today is like the three things that I believe you can do right now to start being on your way to a 300K year. But in order for me to actually talk about that, I want to share where the idea of hosting this masterclass came in. So inside of the Be Brand Academy, we have a ton of the work that I'm going to be sharing with you. That is the work that I have been doing through the past, hello friend, is the work that I have been doing literally through the past 5 years, but mostly it doubled down on 2023. So I want to share this with you because I know, and I've been having so many conversations about this, like you're doing all the things. You're reading the books, you are looking for new strategies or how to do things. You're actually doing the things. So this is not a lack of action on your part for you to break through the 3 to 5K being stuck on your income. The other thing and how is actually this happening to you is you are constantly chasing clients. You don't have like a baseline for your income where you're feeling secure and you're constantly in a state of fret. So there is three things that I believe, and I'm actually going to go back a little bit, which is this. 99% of the time, you don't have a strategy problem. I have so many people in my world that they're jumping from strategy to strategy to strategy to strategy. And every time you buy a course or every time you watch a free training, you're like, okay, this is going to be the thing. This is going to be the thing that is going to move me to the next level. This is going to be the thing that is going to get me to 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. And I'm going to tell you that every time that I had an income leap, and I'm gonna tell you the story of how I went from 20K a year to 300K a year. Every single time, it was not about the strategy, it was the energy behind the strategy. Because the thing is, it doesn't matter what strategy you use. If you're coming from a place of fear, if you're coming from a place of disbelief, if you're coming from a place of they're going to say no, people are not going to buy, the world, the universe, the energy, call it whatever it is, that's what you're going to get, because that is what you are coming into the story with. So a few things, because this is the thing. I believe that there is so much on the online world about this, and it's a little goo-goo, right? Where people can grasp their mind around how this works. So in the next few days, and I have been drafting a few posts about this, is like, what is the actual science that goes behind the goo-goo? Because in 2023, okay, I'm going to tell you a story. So in 2019, it was my first year going full time in my business. And I came from a job where I was making 6 figures, and I felt really aligned in that job for many, many years. I was making money. I was confident. So money wasn't an issue until I went full time in my business. And I started doubting. I had fear. I didn't see myself as a successful business owner. I want you to take that. I didn't see myself as a successful business owner. My identity was that of a successful bartender, a successful employee. So when I pivoted into my business, internally, I didn't know how to create money. I didn't know, mind you, I had my business for many years on the side, and that business was already giving money before I quit. But when I quit, it's almost like it dried up because I had feelings of not good enough. I had feelings of like who's gonna buy from me, who's gonna listen to me. When I would go network, I felt less done, right? So it didn't matter what I was saying. What it mattered was how I was feeling, okay? So I kind of want to start bringing all of these into the picture because I am going to give you 3 things today that you can do right now to move towards what you want instead of what you don't want. So number 1 is actually that one. I wrote it down. It's moving away, and I have my notes in here because I don't want to forget. Moving away from I don't want this. I don't want to lose my income. I don't want people to laugh about me. I don't want my coworkers to see me on social media. I don't want, this is the thing. Your subconscious cannot process negatives. So every time you're saying, I don't want, guess what you're getting? What you're saying you don't want. I don't want to lose my income. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be broke. I don't want X, whatever it is. Insert whatever it is. That's what happens, especially with your fears, right? So this is where a change of identity, we call it inside of the View Brand Academy, your self-image, which is you want to start forging a new image, right? Which is the image of who is the person that actually can bring that income. Who is the person that you need to become, which by the way, this is not your future self. This is your highest self. This person, your highest self already exists inside of you. The thing is, we need to tap into the energy of her. And most of you are doing this work in a very mindset-y like, where you're like writing the vision, but the vision is not connected to the feeling. And I would love for you to reflect on when you're actually feeling less done, or when you are feeling like you are not enough. Most people will tell you that you have a thought and the thought creates the feeling. But that is actually not how it happens. You usually have a feeling and your brain is feeding you information because it's justifying the feeling. Now, that feeling is usually stored in your body for years, since you were a kid. So you are interpreting, right, whatever is happening to you, and you're giving it a meaning. Now, yes, there is a part of mindset here where you can actually intercept that thought and make a choice and choose again. But this is the thing. About 5% of every single thought and everything that you do in a day is conscious. Everything else is unconscious. So we need to start not only reprogramming our subconscious, but we need to start understanding what is happening in our body. Most of us feel all the things in our chest, in our solar plexus, in our bellies, okay? So we need to start moving this energy and creating the feelings of the new feelings that we want to have. It's almost like we need to practice how we want to feel. And we do this through practices like hypnotherapy, visioneering, which is not the same as envisioning, is not the same. Being very, very specific and really starting to change our inner language. So we start on the mindset, because awareness happens on the mindset. Is where you realize, okay, maybe there is something more here. Maybe, okay, this is what I'm feeling. That happens on the mind. But then start moving all those things out of our body happens on the inner work. It's not the mindset work, it's the inner work. And I am going to tell you, and I see Janet here watching, that this is the work that people avoid like the fucking plague. Because this work is the work that we actually, like your brain is literally keeping you safe from it. Because the inner work is asking yourself the hard questions. Or even when you answer them, is actually not going after the things that you truly want because they feel too big. Because you're scared. Because what if somebody gets mad at you? Like if you come on camera and you're calling somebody, yes. The thing is that what I have realized through the last year, 2023, the brain and you are not the same. Your brain is just another organ, and its job is to fire thoughts to protect you. But the truth, it's held in your body. So the inner work is way deeper than just changing the way we think. It's about changing the way we feel. So moving away. So number one, moving away from the things that you don't want and having an absolute clear vision of what it is that you want. Most of you either don't want to claim what you truly want because you're scared not getting it. So if I tell somebody my goal for this year is making $1 million and I don't make it, what does that mean about me? And that is a inner feeling, right? So a lot of you don't want to actually truly write on paper what it is that you want because you're so fucking scared of not getting it. And then you won't go through and won't go there. So can you actually start moving towards what you want and be moved by the vision of where you're going? Number two, in identifying the emotions and feelings in your body and the meaning that you're giving them. So what this means is like maybe when a client says no, maybe when you get on a sales call and the client doesn't call, and all of a sudden you're feeling defeated. The thing is that your value, your inner value, who you are, even your knowledge, your business, all of it has nothing to do with a client saying yes or no. But what I see a lot of you doing is you get on a call and you immediately are starting to have these feelings because there is fear of rejection. Are you actually excited about working with this person? Can you actually hold the belief that if this person works with you, you're going to change their fucking life? Because that is the difference between closing a client and not closing a client. When somebody comes into the Be Brand Academy, I know that I can change their life. Are you working from those feelings? And I know you're not. Because I get so many people telling me, my business feels heavy. I'm stuck at 3 to 5K seems to be a number that people can get to. This is where actually I was very stuck in 2020 and I couldn't get out. And I couldn't figure it out what it was. Once I started doing the inner work, this is not about reading another book. This is not about bringing another habit. This is about truly going inward, shifting your identity. Visioneering. With visioneering is absolutely, so I went to a vision boarding party and I just went because I went with friends. And I thought it was so funny how people were like plasting like pictures, but they didn't have a clear vision of the feelings you wanted associated with those visions. what that meant to their life and why they were excited about those things. Visioneering, you guys, is not about writing on a vision board something random. I want to travel. It's about being absolutely specific with feelings and invoking those feelings from the inside so you can start training your body to feel those feelings. It's actually reprogramming your subconscious, bypassing the conscious, bypassing your limiting beliefs, so you can actually start coming from a place of excitement, from a place of belief, from a place of the things that you actually desire, instead of moving from the fear of what you do not want. Okay? So far, moving from what you don't want and actually moving pulled by what you want, identifying those emotions. And number 3, because I have to go teach, but number 3, most of you are moving from a place of overwhelm. I'm going to leave these for tomorrow. I'm going to go live again tomorrow. But I'm going to actually bring it here. Feeling regulated and grounded and peaceful, which is your ability not just to make money, but to actually hold it. Let me tell you what this actually means. So let's say that you're launching and you have, 5 people show up to your live and you're already on your head. You're already on your head thinking you're not going to sell, nobody's going to watch your live, and your feelings, you're in your head telling yourself all the things. I remember the biggest difference between my big launches, 70,000, 60,000, and my bad launches is me not holding the energy and the belief that actually people are out there, even when I'm not seeing them, that things are actually happen on the background for myself. This also comes up in your content. You're writing needy content because you're coming from a place of neediness. You're coming from a place of instead of from a place, hey, when you work with me, I know what is happening to you. And when you work with me, this is what you're going to get. So what happens is so many of you, instead of your human part, it's okay to have feelings. This is where the inner work comes in. But your CEO, yourself, you are not your business. You need to look at your business, detach from the outcome. And when you don't have this clarity, is because your feelings are clouding your decision making. So we talked about moving away from what you don't want to actually be pulled by a vision of the future of you actually want to create and who you want to be. Not what you want to do, who you want to be. What is that person feeling? How is she acting? How is she making decisions? Number 2, identifying the emotions and feelings in your body and what meaning are you giving them, okay? And number 3 is detaching from the outcome so you can make decisions that make sense for your business, that they're not being ridden by your up and down roller coaster feelings, okay? So when I did this work, when I started doing this work, my business doubled. Literally, I went from being insecure and sad and I don't know what I'm doing. Guys, it's like I'm the same person, but I'm not. Like I'm a different person. That is the work that I'm going to be showing you. And I'm actually going to merge what people think is the woo-woo with actually the practices and the science behind all of this. So you can actually start leaping on your in your income. You can go from those 3 to 5K to actually those 10K months. Okay? So comment in here, Blueprint. We'll send you all the information, the masterclass. It's happening January 22nd. It's going to be 90 minutes. It's happening on Zoom. And I am so freaking excited about teaching this because I spent the whole year 2023 really refining this process and really putting it in my own words and in my own format so you can understand it and you actually do it, okay? Because if you don't do it, it's not gonna give you results, okay? So comment Blueprint and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.